Hey everybody, just figured I would do an update on this Ford motor I've been working on. Again, this is a Ford 300 with a LS style cylinder head that I put together. I was able to get the exhaust side pretty much wrapped up because I am unsure of the application. The exhaust is going to terminate just right there for now. It'll run on a stand. This stand here, there's spot for a radiator. This used to be an old well motor. I mean, it ran a booster pump for most of its life. So anyway, the exhaust is pretty well wrapped up. I do have some things to do still. I have to run my line for my boost reference for the wastegate to the charger, as well as my drain line. But that's pretty small stuff there. Up front, I still don't have my balancer done. I kind of messed up. I trimmed the back side of the balancer with the intention of running my reluctor back here. The issue is that pulley that I trimmed off is the one I need to run the water pump. So I'll get another balancer, I'll give it and I'll trim it off, and I'll have to put it on the front side. It's kind of a downside because to take the belt off, you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to kind of be careful so you don't damage your crank sensor, but this isn't really a practical application anyway, so who cares? Next on the list for this is I need to get some injectors. I'm pretty cheap and I've done it a lot. These are GM 23 or 28 pound injectors out of a Chevy truck, like 2000 to 2004 probably. You take the plastic retainer on the bottom off, take your O-ring off, and then you can kind of see there's a plate with 4 holes in it. I'm gonna grind the spot weld off and it'll just become a pintle. Got 14 of these injectors decapped. I'm gonna send them off now. I got a friend that will flow test and clean them. I'm just looking for a set of 6 that are close to within 5% of the flow characteristics, but you can kind of see, I'll try to get it. Now it just has a pintle in the center, so it's gonna go from flowing, 23 to 28 pound-hour to around 75 to 80, and with more fuel pressure you can get more out of them, but it's a cheap performance injector, and that's what I like to do. As far as the intake, I got it to the point where I'm happy enough with it. I'm not the kind of guy that's searching for perfection, but I'm honestly happy with how this has turned out. It's 2 Ford EFI 300 plenums that I cut out the centers of them, and I basically just wanted to use it honestly just for this embossing, and basically I added on a truck throttle body a little bit of aluminum so I could put my blow-off valve in place. I'm trying to use a lot of stock components. This is a GM throttle cable out of a 99 to 02 Chevy truck, and actually, the bracket is, and I trimmed it off, this is out of like a 95 Chevy truck with a TBI. So I am gonna run a 1-to-1 boost reference for fuel pressure. So here is my pressure regulator. I'm running a GM brick style 3-bar map sensor, and then basically those are going to tie in to these ports that I have additional in here into the intake. This is just an inlet air temp sensor. Motor will be on speed density tuned, so I have the injectors are going off to get flowed, and then I'll be installing those. I still don't have the push rods in the motor yet. It's basically because I screwed up, measured wrong, so I got to order another set of push rods. But after that, we're getting down to fine items. I got a C6 transmission for it, so I'll be putting a flex plate in place. The starter I got was wrong, so I got to get the right starter, and then I'm going to start wiring this thing. But let me know what you guys think. I like it, and I guess I'm doing it for myself, so I get a lot of enjoyment out of this. Anyway, I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and hope you get out into the garage and get to start working on stuff.